Yo, what is going on, family? Welcome back to Simple Terms, where I keep it simple so that you can become both spiritually and financially free. Hope that if you are watching this video right now, you are having an amazing morning, an amazing day, an amazing year. Everything, just an amazing everything, right? But as you can tell by the title of this video, Money Management 101, right? This is the simplest way, right? We're in a recession, right? Honestly, and we have to learn, like, one, how exactly are we gonna get through this recession? But not just get through this recession, how are we gonna come out on top, like in a better situation, right? So this is Money Management 101. It's very simple. Honestly, if you follow these steps, there's no reason why like the money that you have coming in isn't just gonna disappear like that, right? And so these are called the 5 jars of wealth, right? My mentor taught me this, and now I'm gonna teach you guys this, right? Because these simple jars, right, can keep you from going broke during this recession, right? And we're just gonna get into it. All right, so there's 5 jars, right? Each of them have a different meaning. Each of them have you're each basically you're spending your money, but you're spending it within yourself, right? So I'm gonna break it down, right? The first jar is God's tithe, right? But if you're not religious, understand. So this first jar basically means like you're offering to the church, right? You're giving my mentor said, if we're being honest, the money that you have right now is really not your money, it's God's money, right? He wants to see what you're gonna do with his money, right? So that's your first 10%, right? And so let's go off if you're making $100, right? So if you're making $100, your first $10 goes towards God, right? But if you're not religious, I understand, right? So we can close that off, right? But from our religious people, for our people who are connected, who are, really in tune to the divine, to the higher power that we so greatly live on this earth, for. That's your first 10%, right? Your second is offerings, right? And you're like, that's the same thing, but nah. Offerings is like, giving to charity, right? If you see a homeless guy on the street, right? That's just saying, it's like, you never know if a homeless guy is like an angel away or something like that, like relating a homeless guy to an angel, right? Something like that, right? So offering and God's tithe are pretty different, but they're the same, right? So you give 10% of your $100 to offerings, right? Like I said, charity, anything, right? If you're gonna buy somebody food, they don't have it, you have it, right? That's another $10, right? So that's $20 right there. So you're still working with 80, right? So the next 10% goes into saving. The next 10% goes into saving, right? So now say you're getting $100 about every week, right? That's $400 a month, right? So now every time you get paid $100, you're saving $10 each time. Each time off the bat, you're saving $10, right? So the way to view it is you're not really getting paid $100, you're getting paid about $70, right? Because off the bat, once you get paid, and this goes for anything, right? So if you're making and I'm just using 100 as the example. So if you're making more than 100, just use the percentage, right? So if you're making 400, then 10% would be 40, right? And then when I get to the 20%, the 50%, it would be obviously, you do the math, right? So then we get to the investment in yourself, right? That's the fourth jar. The investment in yourself is going to be 20%, right? So we're working with the 100 here, so that's going to be $20, right? And this investment in yourself could look like anything, right? You could, this will be tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about dollar cost averaging, right? So you can use that 20% that you're getting every week, and you could dollar cost average into the same investment, right? So that you're able to, diversify when you're buying a certain product, right? When you're buying a certain investment, right? These investments could look like investing in stocks, right? Any stocks of your choice. But what I would suggest you do is whenever you're investing in that stock, pick one stock and then make sure that you know about that stock. Make sure that you know what the company is like. Because when it comes to stocks, it really matters what the company is doing because whatever the company is doing is going to affect the stock, right? Whatever the company's got going on with inside the business, right? Like Peloton, for example, I think they just had something going on, and I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure like it wasn't good media, right? So good media, the same way news affects the forex markets, media from a stock company can affect that stock, right? Same thing for crypto, right? Make sure you're looking on what's going on inside the company before you invest into a stock, right? That's 20. So the investment in yourself is 20%, right? And then you get to spend, right? And that's 50%, right? So at the end of the day, right, you took away 20 plus 30, that's 50, right? So $50 of your paycheck goes, 10% goes towards God, 10% goes towards charity, 10% goes towards saving, and 20% goes towards investing in yourself. So now you're left with $50 to spend freely after you done just saved, and invested $50, right? And so that's really, like I said, if you're making more, just go off the percentage, right? So the percentage is 10%, 10%, 10%, 20%, 50%, right? God, charity, save, invest, spend, right? So really now this is really how you start to begin to manage your money, right? And this is really with any income, right? So if you're making $30, it's like $3, it's 10%, right? If you're making $50, right? If you're making $1,000, if you're making $2,000, if you're making $10,000, right? If you're making $100,000, right? This simple method can keep you from spending everything you got, right? And a lot of people, and it's so simple, but a lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people, that's how they get stuck in that job, right? Because one, they're only paying enough for you to stay, and on top of that, nobody has taught you how to manage your money, right? So you're spending it, and you're like, oh, I got my job, so I'm gonna just rely on them, and then you're relying on a job that doesn't really need you, and at the spare of the moment, you could be fired, right? So if you're watching this video right now, try to follow it, right? Try to follow this, right? Make discipline yourself, okay? But guys, with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right, it's your boy Marco. Peace out.